been having series of talk. Hello and good morning. Thank you for joining us once again. Thank you for always watching. Welcome to another series, another business series. In the last couple of weeks, we have been talking about starting your business and things to do. My name remains Atinuke M. Adeleke, simply known as AMA Consult. I am a business consultant and I help you with strategies and solutions that can help you grow your business, grow your profits, whether it is online or offline. So it's a bright and wonderful new day as a business owner. Today, we are going to be looking at how to find your footings. How to find your footings because you are just starting new, or at times you may have even started. Yes, I know some of us have actually started our business. We have been running it for 1 year, we have been running it for the past 2 years. But today, we just want to look at how you can start well. So, let me put it that way: starting well, starting right, finding your footings in a new environment, finding your footings in your business place, finding your footings as you start. So I know there are lots of people who have started already. And you see, for a lot of us, when we start our business, let me use myself as an example. When I started my business, I had no idea of what it means to do business. I have no idea. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I had no idea of what it means to start a business. Not the natural thing here is you go to school and get a job. So yes, I went to school. Yes, I got a job. I've worked in a bank before, but now I'm about to start a business and nobody taught me anything. So you see, when you start like that, there are challenges you face. No matter what you think you know, no matter the books you have read, there will be some challenges that if you don't get it right, your business is already dead on arrival. And that is the problem a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business people are facing. They have on their hands businesses that are already dead on arrival, businesses that are dead before they even started it. So you see, when I wanted to start a business, in my mind, as an accountant, it will be easy. Is it not just to start to do this? But I discovered that business was a whole lot more than that. So you need one of the things you need, let me put it this way, in finding your footings in a business or in the business world is you need the right frame of mind. Let me put it that way. You need the right frame of mind. You see, business is not something you just jump into. It is not something you just wake up and decide, I want to do business. Finding your footings. To find your footings in the business world, you need the right frame of mind. If your mind is not set to go into what you want to do, I tell you, you'll be surprised that a little thing and you are out. Because in business, there are challenges. In business, there's a whole lot of things that would happen that you look at it and be like, can I actually cope with this? Some customers will talk to you rudely. Sometimes you make orders and you will not get it. You deliver to clients and the delivery guys will mess you up. So you need the right frame of mind to get your footings in the business world. So you want to tell yourself, I am going into business. I know things will be difficult. I know there will be challenges, but I am going to be positive. So positive mindset, you need it when you are starting a business, or even if you're already in business. You see, for some people who have already started their business, you'll be surprised that a lot of people are finding it difficult because their frame of mind is not positive. So they are looking at what is happening here and there, and they are not thinking, no matter what happens, I can do it. So you want to find your footings, you need to have a good frame of mind, the right one, the positive one. Thank you, Princess. Thank you for joining us. So you want to have that in your mind. So 2, you are going into a business world. You want to find your footings. It is a new environment. You want to play safe. Let me put it that way. You want to play safe. Now, when I say playing safe, what do we mean? Playing safe does not mean that you want to ignore some things. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take risk. That is not playing safe. Playing safe means you want to do a extensive research. You want to do your feasibility studies. You want to carry out research, market research, product research on what you are doing, on what you are going into. That is a second thing you need to do when you want to get the right footing in business. So you want to play safe. Yes, you know you are taking a risk, but at that risk, you want to also be safe taking that risk. You want your business to also be safe taking that risk. You don't just want to jump into it. So you must work extensively and carry out your research. So most business owners that I know, they see the way a lot of people do business is this. Let me put it this way, especially in Nigeria. So your neighbor is selling a particular thing, and you see that she's having clients. She's having customers. The next day, you go and pick it and you also start selling. It happens, yes. That is how a lot of people do business in Nigeria. Another thing is this, for some, you discover that, oh, my friend is selling, or you go online and you see that, now it is what is raining. People are buying bags. It's the bag season. Then you too, you also go and buy bags. You go and do drop shipping and you start selling bags. That is not how it is done. That is not how to do it. I remember during COVID, a lot of people were doing businesses, different businesses. Now go and ask them. They are not doing it again. Not because their salaries have increased, not because their living conditions are now good. No, but because as at then everybody was doing business, they also jumped into it. Do you get it now? So in playing safe, you are in a new environment. Don't just jump and go into that thing. Play safe, take risk, and play safe. The third thing you want to do to get your right footings, to find your footings in a new business, or if you have already started, it is the legal backing you have. Most people ignore this legal backing. You ignore it. Yes. Now, let me tell you something about legal backing that you don't understand. Because here in Nigeria, I don't know about other parts of Africa, but here in Nigeria, you can just sleep and wake up and start a business, whether it is registered or not. And so a lot of people are doing that. Now, you need to think about the legal backing, documentation. You want to find your footings in your business. Documentation matters a lot. Yes, I know you wake up and decide, oh, what is the name of my business? You wake up and just pick your son's name, Kem and Shem, Clem Shem Boutique, Clem Shem Dropshipping and this, Clem Shem Ventures. You know, that is what a lot of us do. You just wake up and you pick names. No documentation, no registration. Now, the effect of it, the disadvantage of this is what I'm going to be telling you. When you start a business with that, you are starting on a wrong note, without legal backing, without documentation, no registration. The first thing that may happen is this. You may have built your business for 5 years. And now your business is growing, and you discover that, oh, now I need to open an account in the name of my business. And you get to the bank and you discover that the bank will tell you, you cannot open an account if you are not registered. If your business is not registered, that's one. 2, you may need finance. You want to now expand, and you are looking at getting a loan. And you go to the bank, please, I want to borrow money. And they say, oh, do you have a business? You are proud. Yes, I have a business. We have been making money. And they say, let's see your account. And your business name, let me use my business name now. My business name is Ama Consults. And I'm bringing an account that carries Atinuke Adeleke. They will tell me this is your private account, not your business account. They may not borrow you money. It is not even me. A lot of banks will not borrow you money because you are using your private name. But if you had run that same money, maybe you have even been having a turnover of 20 million, 5 million, 7 million in a month, and you are using your own personal account. If you have had that type of turnover in your business account, you could have been able to access a higher loan. It has happened to people I know. That's the second thing that can happen if your business is not legally documented. Another thing that can happen is this. Now, for a lot of you, you have grown to such a point that people now know you around. Once they see something, they say, oh, that is Vicky's touch. Now everybody knows Vicky's touch. You now feel, oh, now that I'm growing, let me register my business. You now come to me. I do business name registration, company registration. And you now come to me, we do a name search, we are trying to register your business, and we discover that someone else in Kotangura, you are in Lagos, someone in Kotangura is already bearing Vicky's touch. You will lose that name. That is just it. There's nothing you can do. I have seen it happen countless of times. In fact, I am on one currently. The business has been existing for the past 10 years. It's an accounting firm. They have been existing for the past 10 years without registration. An accounting firm that should know what to do. We tried registering the particular name they gave us. It was approved as during the name search. But when it got to registering and getting the certificates out, it was not approved. All their letterheads, all the previous jobs they have done, the companies they have audited for and the likes of it, carries the name they were using before. Now we have to change it. Do you see what that will do to your brand? Do you see what it will do to your business? Legal documentation is an important part when it comes to finding your footings in business. It is. So do not neglect it. Do not. If you have capital to start a business, look for capital to register your business. If you don't register it that month, look for a way you can save money to register it within the first 1 to 6 months before you start running your business and running your account. And so that once your business name is registered, open an account in your business name. You see, people even trust you more when you do business that way. Because when you ask them to pay money into your account, you are not giving them the account of Kemisola. You are giving them the account of Kemiti Ventures. It is Kemiti Ventures they know, not Kemisola. So not Kemisola. Do you understand it now? So that is the way it is. So finding your footings, you must make sure you have legal documentation, legal backing. Another thing that when it comes to legal documentation is this. If you're in Lagos State, you know we have what we call lock-up shops, or is it the local government council? They move around. When they move around, they give people invoice and ask you to go and pay a particular sum of money to the bank. At times they collect it cash from you. They do that because you are not registered. If you are registered and you show them your certificate of registration, show them your tax clearance, show them your annual returns, you are good to go. Do you understand it now? So register your business. That is one of the ways you can find your footings. Now, finding your footings. Another thing you want to consider is this: getting the right team members. Getting the right team members. Because if you have used money to set up a business, you want to put the right people there. You want to put the right people there. Now, let me say something. When I started my laundry business, the first 3 months I did it from home. The fourth month, I think ending of the third month, I got a place outside. And the day we were to open, I had already been asking people to help me get someone that can work. When this girl came, I sat her down, I interviewed her, I told her what I wanted, I let her know how I wanted the business to be run, what she needs to do, how she will attend to customers, because I knew what I was building. Yes, it was an empty shop, it was an empty place as a den, but I knew what I was building. And that is why I said, you must do your research and put down everything the way you want it. So you see, the first day we opened, this girl, I already got a chair and a table for her separately. My own chair and table was behind. You know, people were coming in and they were like, please, what do we do? We'll tell them. When I got home, my husband was like, hey, please, how much have you made that you are employing someone? Do you understand that you're employing someone? And I said, I want the right team. I want to grow with them so that when I grow with them, they will know where we are coming from. They already know the policies, they know what is obtainable here. I said, don't worry. By the end of the month, I will be able to pay her because I know I already have my strategies. I have how to get my customers. I have how to deliver and everything down. At the end of the month, I paid her. But you see, for most of us, when we start our business, we are not thinking about having the right team. And even when we get this staff, we don't train them. We don't tell them what we want, how they should do it. What we only do is, you call a friend and say, do you have anybody that's looking for a job? Or you call someone in your church. Do you have anyone who is looking for a job? Please let them come and resume. That is what a lot of us do. And so they come, they resume, and everywhere is just like that. You cannot find your footings that way. You cannot. If you keep doing everything just like that, there's no way you will find your footings that way. You cannot find your footings that way. So you see, because that person will come, they don't know your policy, you have not told them, you did not train them, nothing. So it just happens. So you all come, you resume, they do anything, they behave anyhow, you send them out, you take another staff, tomorrow that stays 1 or 2 months and they're off. No, it doesn't happen. I have a staff that has stayed with me for 5 years now. She started when she finished secondary school. So the first year, she was still waiting for her results. By the second year, what I usually do, because I take some of these students who just finished their SSC, and after staying with me, once your result comes out, your result is good, I usually pay for JAMB for them. So you see, I paid for her JAMB form, she wrote JAMB, she passed. And during the time they are writing JAMB, I give them 1 month to go for lesson. It is part of structure. You are finding the right team. They will not leave you. Do you understand it? There must be a give and take. That is what you should understand. There must be a give and take. They are giving, you are taking. You should also be giving. Let them take. So my own way of giving was to buy JAMB form for them. I buy JAMB form. You go for lesson 1 month when it is a month to your JAMB, because I too do not want to waste my money. So you go for lesson 1 month to your JAMB, you write your JAMB, you come back while we wait for admission. So it was just a way of my giving back to the society. So this actually made them to be, they took the business like their own. The boys, if you see the boys that work for me, if I tell them 6 a.m. because of light in my laundry, if I say 6 a.m., they are there. They will come. I have a receptionist separately. I have someone in the laundry. But I have boys that come that their own work is ironing. They will come 6 a.m., iron till when they take light. Some of them will not, at times they don't even take their baths. They are ironing. But they will come early. They'll iron, then I tell them, go home. Go and take your bath, go and eat and come back. At times, I cook in my house because my house was close to my office then. I will cook. Once I cook, I put in takeaway plates for each of them. And I bring it to the office. So you see, this kind of people, I was building a team. I built a team that I wanted them to feel in my own little way. You see, in my own little way, I built a team that I made them feel we own this thing together. My success is your success. And they knew it. Some of them go to school. They will go and come back during the holidays. I had coppers that I employed. One of them was serving. He came, he joined us. Another one had finished serving. Now he has his own business laundry. He has a laundry that is running. So build the right team. That way, your business, when people come today, they are not seeing this face. Tomorrow, it's another face. You understand it now? Build the right team. The first girl that worked for me, what I used to do then was give her 100 naira for lunch. Every day, 100 naira. Dorcas, that's her name. Dorcas was so into my business that anywhere, at times she's going to church. By the time she's coming back the following day, she's coming with clothes. I'm like, where did you get this clothes? When she was going, she met one customer and she said she should follow her home. That's after work hours. She will still go and pick clothes. She didn't say, oh, it is after my work hours, I cannot come till tomorrow. So build a solid team. When you build a solid team, your business will grow. Your business will grow. Now you want to find your right footings. Please, okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, Obafemi. Thank you so much. All right, so finding your footings in the business environment. Now, you know you are not the only one doing this business. You have competitors. You have competitors. What you want to do to find your footings, to gain your own ground, is to always make sure you do a competitive analysis. There's what we call competitive analysis. Now, because you are not the only one doing this thing, you want to look at what are my competitors doing. That is the way you can stand out, because they may have been there before you came, or they came to meet you there. Now, when I started my laundry, aside from a man who was doing it at a very far distance to where I was, his place was quite far to where I was the only one in my area. But in the space of 3 years, we became 4. In the space of 5 years now, we are 6 dry cleaners. Yes, there are 6 laundry outfits in my area now. So you see, you cannot afford to just sit down. The market is not for only you. I remember when the boy that I trained, one of the boys that I trained, he opened his own outfits not too far from my place. People actually came to meet me and said, why did he open there? It's not good. He shouldn't have done that. I said, why can't he open there? How is that my business? Where he opens doesn't matter. They said I should talk to him. It is not done that way. This is Yoruba land. Your boss, you cannot, I don't know how I put it now. They said it in Yoruba that you cannot, someone cannot train you now. Then you come and start stealing the person's customer. I said, no, he's not stealing my customer. I trained him. He came to me. He told me he got a place. He took me there. I looked at it. I said, go and rent it. It is closed. I'm here. I can just point to people and say, go down there. You see him there. You see Femi there. So you see, now, 6 new dry cleaners, competition. Someone that trained under me, competition. Do you understand? But let me tell you something. You are not in competition with anybody in business. You are only in competition with yourself. You are in competition with yourself. If you decide that you are doing business, you now start lagging behind, people will overtake you. Overtaking is allowed. I tell people, it is business. Overtaking is allowed. If you don't do the right thing, people are permitted to jump over you. They are permitted to pass over you. And that is why you must make sure that the quality and value you give to people is top-notch. It's such that anyone who wants to take over will sweat before they can take over from you. Do you get it? Despite the fact that I have 6 dry cleaners around me, I have not lost a single customer. I am the one that even tell them, the workload is much. You may not be able to get it at this particular time. Can you take it to that place? You cannot beat what I'm doing. Do you understand it? Every day, because this is what I love doing. I never liked it from the beginning, but when I started seeing the money, I fell in love with it. I grew to like it. The passion came. So every time I sit down, I am thinking, what's next? What can I do? Do you understand it now? So always do a competitive analysis to know what your competitors are doing wrongly, and to know how you can do it better. I know some of you will want to ask, how do I know my competitors are doing it wrongly? How do I know? Now, one of the ways you know this is some people will come to you and tell you, I went there, they are not doing this. At times, I tell some people that I know, close people, I say, please take 2 cloths to them there. Take 3 cloths to this side. When they do it, they bring it back, I pay them. Now, why am I doing this? I want to see their production. I want to see what they are doing. I bring it out, I smell it. I want to know what they are using. The starch I use has a soft fragrance, such that most of my customers will be like, they love the way people tell them they smell nice. Do you get it? So make sure that you always watch what your competitors are doing. Now, you want to get the right footings. We have spoken about playing safe. We have spoken about getting the right team member, legal backing. Now, another thing you cannot afford to miss is your marketing strategy. Marketing strategy. You know you have competition. So after your competition, your marketing strategy is what will make you overcome. So what are your marketing strategies? What do you do? What makes your own business different? Why will people patronize you? How are you sourcing for your customers? Now, in the locality where I have my office, that is not the only place I get jobs from. So you see, it is my own strategy that I cannot share. But you see, others who have opened around me, they come in, they pass, they see clothes. Every time their gen is on, every time they are walking, every time. And you are looking at that, you think, oh, it means there's money in that thing. Let me go and open the same thing she's doing. If you don't have the kind of strategy that person is doing, you just open, and nothing will be coming in. Do you understand? What strategies, what marketing plans do you have? Whether it is online, whether it is offline, go and choose one. I usually tell people this. I said, no matter the marketing strategy you decide to follow, make sure you are doing offline and online. Make sure it is offline and online. Don't just say, what I sell, I cannot sell it online. Who told you? You can sell anything online. Just have a strategy to doing it. At times when I come in the morning, I get to the office, I open my car, and they see my people bringing cloths from the booths. They are packing cloth out from the booths, they are packing it. I did not get those jobs from that vicinity. I brought it from far. I have someone who stays at Lekki. I stay in Ikpaja. They use Uber, Bolt to send car to me. Some will give bike men to bring their clothes. What strategies? How are you retaining your customers such that your competitors cannot win them over? Do you get it now? So that your competitors cannot win them over. So if you have any questions, please ask. I have lots of things I'm supposed to discuss about not losing your footings, but time will not permit. About finding your footing, sorry, but time will not permit. So do you have any question? Any question? So do your proper research. Do your proper research. Be patient and build your business. Yes, be patient and build your business. Business is not easy, and you will not just rise in one day. But be patient, you make it. Try as much as possible not to make the same mistakes over and over again. Don't make the same mistake. Once you make a mistake, look at your mistake, find solution to it, and clear it out. That is one. Then never ignore feedback. Please don't ignore feedback from your customers. When they tell you something, try as much as possible to investigate and know what is happening. Let me tell you something before the time goes off. There was one time a client came to complain, and my girls, they didn't tell me early enough. When I came, they said, he came here, he was shouting. The day the man came and he saw me, this man, he spoke calmly, and I spoke with him. We discussed. I told him and we settled the issue. When he left, my girls were like, that this is the same man that will come here and be screaming. What happened? So you see, it is because I did not ignore. He was giving us a feedback. I did not ignore it. I took it up. I spoke with him and I told him we were going to resolve it. So don't ignore feedback. Don't ignore feedback. Above all, refuse to fail. Refuse to fail. Tell yourself, I am not going to fail. So tell yourself, I am not going to fail. I am not going to fail. This business I have started, I will succeed. I will succeed. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Do we have any questions before we go off? Any questions? Strategy is key. Yes. Strategy is key. Obafemi, strategy is key. Thank you so much. So any question? If you have question, if you are watching the replay, you can just put your questions down. I will see. Just tag me to your question. I will see and respond to it. So any question? Any question? Thank you to those who joined us. Thank you so much. Any question? Do we have any questions before we go? I'm waiting for your questions. Any questions? If you have questions, finding your footings in the business world, finding your footings in the business world. Thank you so much. I refuse to fail.